The other day ulikuwa involved in a case umeshika bibi ya mtu, that's Queen Obinna.
Oh, wow.
Tambia, what's happened?
KCB Sports Club, and I'm in Ogadi Top, Obinna, and we are here launching fleet of cars courtesy of Koopa Kenya. Ogadi Top is one of the best people that has been promoting Koopa Kenya in both shows, in every show that he does. He always mentions Koopa Kenya. So he's a special guest to us here. Oga Obinna, how are you feeling, bro?
I'm good. How are you?
You look fresh, you look cool.
Trust me, I just don't look. I am fresh. But I've not slept, maze. Ona macho.
Understand. You have to hustle, bro. You have to hustle.
We finished shooting yesterday. What time was it? Si ulikuwa tukimaliza? Yeah, it was pretty late. I was getting home at around 4 a.m. because when you finish, you are doing something else with Prince Inda. Then we got home late. So hatujalala vizuri. Hata watu wangu, timu yangu naona kina Caleb, nani uko hapa, Jackie Ogaga, Omosh, Munez, Jerry, Freddy. Like the whole team has not slept, but they are here.
Oga Obinna, in every of your shows, you have been mentioning Koopa Kenya.
Yeah.
Why do you love Koopa Kenya so much?
Because I believe in what they stand for.
Yes.
It is a revolutionary product that we all need, but most Kenyans kidogo bado hawajai understand. There's a time we were in Kitale for a show, and I tried talking about it on stage. Waluya walijam. Wacha kuongea. Yeah, I'm like, yo, it's not like that. It's just like medical insurance, but it's just that unakuwa covered. So you see, this is what most people don't understand about Koopa Kenya. Anytime you get a funeral, ukifiwa we mwenyewe, that's when you'll realize the need of having a solution for that. Because anytime tukifiwa, tunatafuta mabeshte yetu. Tunaweka kwa WhatsApp group, mtusaidie sanduku, tuko na morgue charges, tuko na transport hearse, tuko na nini. All of those things, it becomes very expensive because death is inevitable. Yes. And then also it's normally not planned. We always think that, mimi nita survive for longer, then it just happens. But when you have it, you find it's easier. It's very affordable. Last I checked, ilikuwa ni so mbili. And then they provide for you the house, the morgue, the clothing, PA system, all of those things. And I'm like, for 200 bob a month, come on, that's pretty fair. But we go, hey, Mr. Kusikia mambo ya kifo. Until it happens, then you realize, so kila mtu ana, it's a way that we all go through. That is why I always appreciate Koopa. So for the first time when I heard about them, I was like, Then I just started telling people about them. Even without even working with them, I'm always telling people, even I know all my employees are under Koopa Kenya.
Yeah, I understand that. You registered all your employees under Koopa.
All of them. Because sasa unajua, if anything happens to my employees, it will come back to me. Obinna, tuko na matanga, tusaidie hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi. And then we have a lot of employees. So it's good to cover the bases. So if it happens, you find this part is already covered.
Are you aware there is this part called food basketry, where there is class A up to F, where you register, you pay per annum. There is a class you get 50,000 when you are bereaved. There is a class you get up to 500,000. Are you aware of that?
Kwani mimi niko wapi baba? Kwani mimi niko kwa gani? Yeah, I'm aware of that one. I know. I know I'm part of that one as well. Because when you do the 200 bob, you calculate it annually. And then myself, I'll put a bunch of people. Because I have my kids, then I'll put my parents, then I'll put my bros, then I'll put my sis. Because if anything happens, all of these people, they come back to Obinna. So that's why I've taken that package myself. But now for every other person, normally, wanaangalia the easier option, start with the 200 one. Then when you start seeing the benefits pole pole, then utakuwa zile za. And also, I would highly recommend, when you go for any funeral and that Koopa Kenya has been part of, uliza tu. Watakwambia, this thing markets itself. Utakachini wakwambia, sindo tuleta. You see like the way Koopa Kenya came through for Fred Omondi?
Yeah.
That was Koopa Kenya.
Seed.
That was Koopa Kenya. Yeah.
So if I can ask you, Oga Obinna, what can you tell to the defaulters? Because we have a lot of people that are defaulting. They fail to pay, then after they are bereaved, they come back complaining that Koopa is fake, he is not delivering what they promised. What can you tell? What word of message do you have for these people?
Pambana na hali yako. Wewe umekataa kulipa, sasa ukisha nini? If you default, it has nothing to do with the company. There are rules and structures. It's the same as car insurance and any other insurance. If you default, you will not reap the benefits. It's as simple as that. You reap what you sow. So pambana tu. Kama umesema utalipa hii so mbili for whatever reason, ukasema acha ninyamaze, then unafikiria utakuwa mjanja because wanatuma. Ilikuwa last month. I think nilitumiwa text last month. Waka nikapigia nani kwa, hey, kwani ni pesa ngapi? Sijui what. Then we had to sort it. I was like, hey, I'd even forgotten that it was my time to now renew because I do the annual one. So if you default na chako kiwe motoni, we pambana nayo.
You know, we sent almost of 100 messages and some people still decide to default.
Iko tu sawa. Wacha tu watu wapambane. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about it. It's the same way as any other creditors. There are people who pay their debts. There are people who don't pay their debts. Even our friends. Kuna muri yetu umejua tu mzee anakuwa na deni yangu. Lakini unaona anapiga sherehe. Amedorime. Uko like, hey buda. Huja ni sort. Yeah. So sometimes unaacha tu watu wapambane na hali zao. Lakini chako kikiwa motoni, nayo.
So do you still support in these things like mchango, mtu akikufa mchango, and Koopa is here?
Yes. No, sometimes I do because I get put in a lot of different WhatsApp groups. But when it's already happened...
Because now Koopa is trying to cover in that so that we only do a WhatsApp contribution for maybe medical bill, hospital bills, and even development projects.
Yeah. This is what I would say. Not everybody has information about Koopa Kenya. But they are learning. Like, for example, myself, every person who's around me, I always tell them.
Yes.
Even my fans, majority of them know about Koopa Kenya. It's a decision that they have to make by themselves. However, I do get put in some WhatsApp groups occasionally. And una donate kiasi. Unasaidia hapa na pale. Like, it was last month, a friend of mine, Otieno Martin from Kisumu, alipoteza mamake. Na nani baada kwa amejoin Koopa Kenya. Hivyo hata sasa kuna msee mwingine tena close person mwenye pia hakukua. But when it happens, naambia by the way, bro, consider joining this because itasaidia hapa na hapa in case it happens again. Yes.
Actually, talking on that Martin Otieno bit, you have been very, very philanthropic. You have nurtured a lot of brands that we are seeing outside here that they are already in some endorsements, and you are really nurturing talents. You are in the creative industry. Yeah. And Koopa is also one of the companies that are partnering with that East End event so that we make sure that they are successful. What kind of credit can you give us about that?
Good stuff. I like that anytime.
You have come to several launchings that
yes, I do. Muna support sana wasanii, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to work with the community and also to support the people that can put you out there. It's a good thing.
Apart from that, Mr. Obinna, what's happening between you and your brother?
Which brother?
Mulamwah.
Tuendele?
Maybe moving away from that, Oga at the top, a lot has been happening. We saw the other day, ulikuwa involved in a case, umeshika bibi ya mtu, that's Queen Obinna.
Oh, wow.
Tambia, what's happening?
Nothing is happening.
Because by the way, yesterday I visited her. Likutumia a message and she said she love you.
Wacha.
Kwa interview.
Serious? Guy. We, kisila basi nasonga haraka. We, Queen Obinna mimi nilikuwa na joke. Mimi sikujua atakuwa serious. Hebu rudi kwa mtu wako. Go back to your man. Yes. We, guy. Okay, that's interesting. Alisema, okay, ukimwangalia kama demu uliona amenipenda kunipenda. So this is what I would say. It was nothing serious. Prince alichukulia a little bit serious. Then dem sasa akaichukulia personal. Alafu sasa watu wanakuja kwangu, Obinna umenyang'anya bibi. Sasa ni mimi nilisema nizaliwe nikikuwa mjaluo.
Obinna, kuna pia clip ingine ulikuwa na lecture, let me say you are giving a piece of advice as an elder brother to Prince, and some people judge you like, Obinna, you always think that you know everything. You always try to speak about everything. But according to me as Victor, I saw you giving him a very brotherly advice, very elderly advice.
Which Prince?
Prince.
Kenyan Prince.
Yes.
Unasema Prince tu una Prince Inda.
No, Kenyan Prince.
Okay. This is what I would say. I'm 34. June 6th, I'm turning 35. There's no, not now. There's so much that I know that a 32 or a 33-year-old does not know. Prince is 20-something, sindio? 21, 22 mahali hapo. There's so much that I know that he doesn't know. Why? Because it comes with experience. Just like I told him, wisdom or wiseness comes with experience. You live through mistakes and then you're like, kume moto ina choma like this. So, anytime I meet someone junior than me, I will always advise them on what works best. It is upon them to take the advice or not take the advice. Because I have opinions just like any other person, you see, and everybody's entitled to their opinions. The only difference between my opinions and a few other people's opinions, mine are factual. I don't base my opinions from non-existent ideologies. Nakanga chini ko like, hey, by the way, barabara za Kenya you keep left. And why you keep left is A, B, C, D. So when I talk about it and you take it from a personal level, iko tu sawa. But if sometime ukae chini useme, by the way, hapo Obinna amemake hivi sense na hivi pia uchukue pia kusaidia kwa life, pia ni sawa. So when watu nachukulia what I tell them, I always say, what I say is up to me, how you understand it is up to you. Ukichukulia personal nini nayo.
Obinna, you were very vocal during finance bill protest, and we saw a documentary by BBC.
Yeah, man.
It's very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
What can you comment about that? You saw how several youths lost their lives. Others are saying that what did you expect entering in a very highly guarded place like that? It's not something called for.
Yeah, so even before the BBC documentary, I've been speaking about this thing, and for the finance bill, I was there with the guys.
Yeah, you on the
we
street.
were, and we got tear gassed. It was an unpleasant situation that happened in the country, and the way it was handled, it could have been handled differently. I really do hope right now our leadership knows better, because we are the same, man. We are still Kenyans. I'll not say, oh, the Gen Zs, no. If things are going to shit, we will still go back to the street and say, hey, hapa mmetukanyagia, hii haiwezi. And no, a revolution starts like that, you see. So the clip is there. Our shoot clip, si tulikuwa kwa ground. Yes, and we know when guys were being killed, when guys were being abducted and everything, we were there and we were vocal about it. And the government gave us a side eye. And some came, Nimona, there's a part where, is it Duale? Duale is saying, I think it's Duale. So I was seeing it today morning. He's saying that the kids who are going there were intoxicated. I'm like, no, we weren't. No, we was not. Nope. We were very sure and we really knew what we were doing. We were very sober and we were rejecting the finance bill. And for every other person who was against the Gen Zs protesting, let's just hope that you don't live in Kenya. Because you know, this shoe, we are all wearing it. Kakiumana, when the times get tough, it's going to affect all of us. What I will tell the young people, let's keep talking, let's keep fighting. Hizi mambo madogo isitufanye ati tuogope kuongea nini. Let's talk. However, we're going to find a way to structure ourselves better. And 2027 is coming. Let's hope everybody has an ID na kura yake, a voter's card. Na kuambia ile kifagio inakuja 2027. You wait and see. You're gonna see. Nimeona Salasi running for president. We ngoja uone.
So you are eyeing for something also?
Nope. I'm not I'm not running or vying for any political seat. I'm not interested in politics now. I don't think it's the best way that I'm gonna be able to serve the young people and also to achieve my goals and visions and agenda and mission. Right now, politics is not in my radar. However, if Babu Owino is running for governor in Nairobi, I'm gonna campaign for him for free. If Babu Owino is running for presidency in Kenya, I'm gonna campaign for him for free.
It's Babu and Babu.
And Babu and Babu and a couple of other young people that I like their ideologies. Okay? The rest of you, Mufike Bay.
Okay, Mr. Obinna, my last question for you. Yeah. How do you manage to keep up or to cope up with these trolls? Because you normally receive praises, and also some of them are very accusation or trolls in equal measures.
Yes.
How do you manage to keep up with this? Because even recently here, there is a word DJ Shitty threw at you in a very comic way, but according to me, I ain't getting the
Okay.
So how do you manage to keep this cool with them?
First, I don't keep up with the trolls. The trolls keep up with me. Me, I'm always minding my business. And things just follow me. And I'm like, okay, imefika. So this is what happens. Normally, I am outside what I say. I will say something, but I'm normally, it doesn't define who I am, because I still know who I am and what I stand for. So whatever any other person, okay, this is how I say it. It is subjective how other people view you and how they perceive you. Anything I say now, kuna msee mwenye yeye apendi tu Obinna, yeye atachukulia tu venye kiobinna kinabonganga sana, kinafanyanga hivi. Kuna tu mtu pia anapenda tu Obinna, atasema Obinna kama amesema nayo. Yes. So normally if you take it too personal because of people who are going through their situations, and people understand you according to their current situations. You see, like right now, we've spoken about Koopa Kenya. If there's someone who has lost someone and they're trying to raise money, atakajina seme, what? Yani ningelipa 200 shillings na ningesaidiwa. At understand. But there's someone who 200 shillings from them is nonsense. 200 shillings. What do you mean 200 shillings? Me, I've been taking care of everything. Matangi yetu likuja nikalipa 3 million, 4 million, and I just did it easily. But life is not a balance. Yes, this life, no balance. Different people will see you differently. They'll understand you differently. How you take it. For myself, easy peasy. I wake up today, Obinna this. I wake up tomorrow, Obinna that.
Always trending.
Yeah, for good reasons, bad reasons, unknown reasons. Yeah, different situations. But still, I am who I am.
So just to the
As
viewers.
we
Okay.
wind up, we know you have an upcoming show that's dubbed My Mistakes. Maybe are Koopa Kenya coming through as sponsors? And
They
you
should.
can give us
They
more
should.
details.
They should. Koopa Kenya, ongea na watu wenyu. Wewe nimejua unafanyia Koopa. Michael, John.
When
You
is
should.
it? Can maybe tell us?
7th June.
7th.
June, I'm doing a stand-up comedy special. It's dubbed My Mistakes. It's a couple of mistakes that I made in life,
Okay.
but they're very funny.
Where
So when you come through at Life Plaza, it's Red Room on the first floor. You're going to get to understand a few things about why I am the way I am. And you get a ticket at mtickets.com. At this moment, a ticket is just 1,000 bob. Okay? There's some situations, for example, jana nilikuwa naambia watu Obinna show live. Unajua Sabina Joy? Unajua Sabina Joy? Wewe unajuaje Sabina Joy, Jackie? No, Jackie anajuaje Sabina Joy?
It's a legendary place.
Umesikia nini nafanyika huko? Unajua nishaenda Sabina Joy?
Wewe.
Kuja on 7th of June. Nikupange, nikuambie venye mambo ilikuwa ni live. Yeah.
Hata naonanga Museri adu support that club. Anasemanga yeye hawezi bomolewa.
Ah.
Katibu mkuu.
Okay. Aji nice.
Maybe in your show, My Mistakes, given a chance to choose between your parents and your kids who attend the show to see your mistakes, ungependa which one? Your
No, my
parents?
kids are gonna be there. My kids are gonna be there. For my parents, I'm still not sure because now that involves a lot of logistics, and they were part of the mistakes, so they know. So I'm not sure, but they might. But my kids are there. Liron has been telling me, Dad, can we come and watch the show? I'm telling them, hey, there's some things I'm gonna be saying on the stage that are a little bit kidogo cringy, but my kids know everything. Kids nowadays, they know everything. If you pretend that tunajifanya watoto wako hawajui mambo nini, they know. But I'll talk about a few things and I'll use a few coded languages, but trust me, my kids, watoto wa siku hizi wanajua. Trust me, una mtoi kama una watch movie na mtoi wako, kama una watch TV, ifike scene watu wanakisiana, then mtoi wako afanye they know. But kama anaangalia tu ile baba, unaona huyu anatolea huyo kitu kwa mdomo anamchum. That's an innocent person, but the minute anafunga macho hivi anaangalia mbali, trust me, they know. You'll pretend because most parents want to pretend that their kids don't know what is happening for the sake of their mental health. That, hey, mimi mtoto wangu ako innocent. Hakuna. Trust me, they know. And the sooner you start talking to them, the sooner you're free with them, the sooner they become free with you. That is when you'll guard them and they'll be better, they'll be more safe. So that's what I discovered with my kids. So si ubonga, they know me how I am. I don't pretend. And that is also another thing that is out in the public space and is different from me and most other celebrities. Majority of celebrities pretend a lot. I know them personally. Bro, the people you guys see on TV and radio and whatever are not the people that I know. And the difference between Obinna and Obinna, you see, what you see is what you get. Mimi nakuanga tu hivi. Mimi nikisema, nimesema, na nikienda hivi, nimeenda hivi. I'm more like Salasia. That is why I like Salasia. I might not align or identify or condone a few things he does or says. But what I like about Salasia more than most of these other politicians, Salasia, he is who he says he is. Akitaka kupiga pombe yake ataweka hapo na apige, na akitaka kuwasha bangi yake atawasha na nini. He doesn't pretend. Yes, ako hivyo. Yeye ni mshamba na ni yule mshamba amesema mimi ni villager, mimi ni kienyeji Morio. Unaona kienyeji light skin. Sasa huyo ni Salasia. Atenda anafanya mambo yake, and that's him, and he's not apologetic about it. Most of our politicians and even other people in the public space, decorum, wakitoka nje, so oh my God, wacha kamera na lights zime, na kuambia watu ni wenda wazimu na vitu wanafanya. This is what I tell you, Majority of celebrities and politicians in this country are the direct opposite of what you see. Okay. Apart from me and Salasia. Yes.
A quick one from me, Obinna.
Yeah.
The other day we saw Mulamwah complaining about, I think there is a video that you mentioned him, and we saw him saying, yeye haongelei watoto wako, you have kids, you do a lot of things, but why are you talking about him? Maybe, what is your take about that?
About what exactly?
What Mulamwah was complaining about?
I don't want to talk about that guy. Let's talk about important things and important people. Yeah,
It has been making headlines.
It has, but now, the minute I speak about it, that's what people are going to take and say, he says this and he says this.
And he will respond back.
Yeah.
Apologize for what? What did I say? Apologize for what? What did I say? You know, this is what Kenyans always do. They put you in a situation where you are not even the person. And this, by the way, it happens a lot to boy child. A lot of boy children are wrongly accused of situations that they are innocent in, but now they're the ones taking the beating. If you look back to the inception of this situation, I'm not even part of the whole thing. Like, I was seated somewhere, I laughed about a joke that was made, and this joke was a joke that was made online. I was just being told, but I'm the one being beaten. I didn't even say shit.
But you are not the originator.
I'm not even the originator. Even the person who was telling me was not the originator. Okay. You get? But I talk about it. Oh, you're talking about me. What do you have to talk about?
You are trolling my kid.
What do you have to talk about? Because if you see, okay, let me say this. It's going to be very controversial. It's going to be very messy. But this is the last thing that I'm going to say about this. Trudy, I don't know why anybody wants me to apologize. I have nothing to apologize for. I've not done anything to anybody. I didn't say anything about anybody because there's nothing to say about that anybody. You get? I'll not sit back and say, oh my God, you know. I saw people saying, oh, you're feeling jealous. What's there to feel jealous about? What you have, this is going to be bad.
Okay,
it's fine.
Take your 1 minute and tell the viewers one reason why they should join Koopa.
Wewe unapenda sana repetition wewe. Wewe unapenda repetition.
No, as we wind up.
Wewe unapenda repetition. Nilishasema hiyo mara mingi. Wewe unapenda repetition. Tuko kwa loop, si nilisema?
Yeah.
Because I want you to get out of that emotions because it seems that you have been hurt by those words coming out from Mulamwah.
No. What he said does not even hurt me, does not affect me.
You're okay with that?
I'm fine. What offends me is how Kenyans are turning the whole thing and it is nothing. I didn't say shit. That's what I'm saying. I was just talking about a different situation. And even when I went to K24, I was asked a question by Mwirigi. I didn't know it was going to be said there. But like always, even what I've just said here, it's just going to turn into something else. Like every time. That's why I was telling you, I don't want to talk about it. The minute I talk about it, unaenda unaongea juu ya watu wenyewe hata wana nini ya kuongelewa.
Where are we getting your tickets?
M tickets.
Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy.
Let's meet on 7.